Former Australia Post boss Christine Holgate has accused the Prime Minister of humiliating her in Parliament and alleged the chair of her organisation bullied her. Ms Holgate resigned late last year after confirming she approved giving 4 Australia Post employees luxury watches as a reward for securing a lucrative deal. But she argues she was unlawfully sacked. Political reporter Matthew Doran is in Parliament House for us. Matthew, it's been a rather explosive hearing this morning. What has Ms Holgate told the inquiry?
Karina, we were expecting her to come out swinging, considering her written submission that was released by the Senate inquiry last week contained scathing criticism of both the Prime Minister and the Australia Post chairman Lucio Di Bartolomeo, but she really hasn't held back when she appeared before this Senate inquiry here in Parliament House, saying that her reputation was trashed by the Prime Minister and by the Australia Post chair, and further arguing that she was unlawfully sacked from her role, also suggesting that she wouldn't have received this sort of treatment had she been a man. Of course, if we cast our mind back to how this all came about, there was a Senate estimates hearing examining Australia Post's budget, as it always does, and it was revealed there that Christine Holgate had signed off on the purchase of 4 Cartier watches at a cost of $20,000. This was just an hour or so before question time on that day, and the Prime Minister said he was appalled by that revelation and said that if the board wasn't going to stand her aside, she should go of her own accord. Christine Holgate says that that was the final straw, that she could not return from that position. It was untenable for her to continue after the Prime Minister had issued such an explosive directive to her and to Australia Post's, the Australia Post organisation about her ongoing position. And she says that as a result, she has not been able to work. She has been seriously depressed. At times she was suicidal and on medication, and she says that the Prime Minister and the Australia Post chair need to answer questions about her treatment.
I lost my job, a job that I loved, because I was humiliated by our Prime Minister for committing no offence and then bullied by my chairman, Lucio Di Bartolomeo. Unlawfully stood me down in the public direction of the Prime Minister. This made my leadership at Australia Post untenable and seriously threatened my health. I have done no wrong, for their bullying of me was far from over. I was subjected to a biased investigation and intimidated with constant threats of further allegations and criticism.
That's Christine Holgate addressing the Senate inquiry a short time ago. She's gone into further detail as to what she describes as the Prime Minister's role in this situation, saying that Tony Nutt, who is a former Liberal Party director and is now a member of Australia Post board, spoke to her personally after this incident at Senate estimates. Here's how she described their interaction.
I was told, Christine, you need to understand it was the Prime Minister. So they had to find something.
Who said that to you?
Mr. Tony Nutt.
Mr. Tony Nutt said to you, you have to understand this is at the request of the Prime Minister.
That's correct.
Sorry, a request to do what?
Stand me down.
To stand down.
So Tony Nutt, in fairness, actually, he was probably the most balanced person, which is, you know, clearly he has a very close relationship with the Prime Minister, but he often was the person who would be more balanced with all political parties than the other politically appointed people.
Matthew, what else are we expecting to hear during this Senate inquiry?
Well, the Australia Post chair, Lucio Di Bartolomeo, will also be appearing before this Senate inquiry today. He's already rejected Christine Holgate's assertions that she was wrongfully sacked, saying that there was a proper process there. However, Christine Holgate this morning, her testimony has certainly cast doubt on some of his accusations. So we wait to hear from him and also from the broader Australia Post executive team, who are also appearing later today. We are also hearing from Christine Holgate. She was asked by Senator Matt Canavan whether or not she would buy Cartier watches again if she had her time over. With the benefit of hindsight, she says that she, as a chief executive, should be in a position where she can award executives who have been performing well with some sort of reward for their hard work and their effort. However, she says maybe she would buy a Seiko watch next time around. Karina?
Okay, Matthew Doran reporting there from Canberra.